Hello. My name is Tora, and I will be guiding you through the LPRT Recovery of Compensation process. Today, we will be reviewing what is recovery of compensation and how to fill out the application form. The goal of this video is to assist you in how to best fill out your application form for the quickest processing by the Tribunal's administrative team. You can find the Section 36 application form on our website at www.lprt.alberta.ca. If you are owed money under a surface lease, consent of occupant, or compensation order, you may apply to the Tribunal for the unpaid amount under Section 36 of the Surface Rights Act. The application form can be found by navigating to the Forms and Resources page and expanding the Recovery of Compensation section. The application form is an online fillable PDF form. Some mobile devices and web browsers may not be able to open the document. To open the form, right-click the PDF link and click Save Link As. Once you have the link saved, you can open the document in Adobe Reader. If the fillable PDF form does not work for you, you are able to use the static print copy instead. Before you begin working on your application, you will need to gather a few things. First, you will need a copy of the application form, either electronically or on paper. Next, you will need the supporting documents to fill out the form. These documents can be a copy of the surface lease or amendments, rate change letters sent by an operator, previous checks, or any official documents concerning the site. We will review the types of documents further in Part 3 of the application form. Once you are ready to start working on your application, open the form in your PDF viewer of choice. We recommend Adobe Reader for the PDF form. Starting right at the top of the form, you have the choice to check either first-year applicant or returning applicant. If you have not submitted a Section 36 application for this site before, you are a first-year applicant. If you have submitted a Section 36 application for this site previously, and you have received a direction to pay order, you are a returning applicant. If you know it, you can also include the previous tribunal file number, which will start with RC or RCR. Next, fill in your information under the Applicant section. On the PDF form, you can use the plus button to add additional applicants, and the minus button to remove extra lines. Then, if you are not the landowner, fill in the landowner's information. This only needs to be completed if you are applying for annual compensation, but you are not named on the certificate of title or grazing lease. You can use the plus or minus buttons as needed. Next, we will complete the agent information if you are being represented by an agent. This includes if you are having a family member represent you on this application. If you are a representative, all applicants must sign the signature lines under the agent information. If you are not being represented, you may skip this step. This brings us to Part 2 of the application form. This part covers the site information, such as the legal land location, the license number, what the agreement is for, the lease date, the compensation rate, and the years and amounts you are claiming. First, enter the legal land description of the site. You can use the plus and minus buttons to add any additional land locations if the site you are applying for is located in more than one quarter section. Then, if you know it, enter the well or facility license number. If you do not know the license number, please leave this section blank. Next, in the checkboxes provided, select what your lease agreement is for. You can select more than one box as it relates to the site. Enter the date of the original agreement. This is the date of the agreement, and is often found on many documents pertaining to your lease agreement. Let's move on to the current compensation rate. This is the amount you are entitled to receive each year under your agreement, and may be found on the original or any amending agreements, previous checks, and check acknowledgement notices, or rate reviews received from operators. Lastly, you will enter the payment information. Under the year requested, you will write out each year you are requesting payment for. The amount claimed is the amount you are claiming per line. Under comments, you may write anything you would like the tribunal to be aware of regarding this specific piece of information. Use the plus and minus buttons to add additional lines and space for more years. Part 3 is for first-time applicants who have not applied under Section 36 before under this site. If you have previously applied for this site, you may skip this step. This section aims to ensure you are including all the relevant documents for your application to be reviewed by the tribunal when making a decision. The checklist gives examples of documents that generally have all the information needed to make your application. When the tribunal panel is reviewing your application, they look for evidence that matches what you enter on the form for the land description, the date of the original agreement, the current compensation rate, and the years you are requesting. This means you need at least one document that covers each of those categories. We've come to the final part of the application form, the declaration. When you are filling this out, it is important that you fill out all the statements accurately. Everyone applying should sign the form. This portion of the application is for you and anyone signing declaring that you agree to questions 1 through 8. Please sign and date the form before submitting. If there is more than one person listed on the certificate of title or the grazing lease, they should also sign and date the declaration. You can submit your completed application and evidence to the LPRT in multiple ways. You can email the completed form and any evidence to lprt.recovery@gov.ab.ca. You can also send the form by fax to 780-4275798 or mail to 1229 91st Street Southwest, Edmonton AB, T6X1E9. If you are in the neighborhood, you are also more than welcome to drop your form off at our office in South Edmonton. Once you send in your completed application, it is assigned a file number and reviewed by tribunal administration. You will then receive an acknowledgement notice, letting you know what your file number is and the process from there. At the same time you receive your acknowledgement notice, a demand notice is sent to any companies that are identified as potential operators. They will have 30 days to reply or make payment to you. Once the 30-day submission period has passed, your application is assigned to a panel of tribunal members for review and decision. Once a decision is made, you and all other parties will get a copy. If the tribunal decides to direct the minister to make payment, a copy of the direction to pay order is sent to the Ministry of Environment and Protected Areas Finance Department for processing and payment. Thank you for watching this video outlining how to apply for recovery of compensation under Section 36 of the Surface Rights Act. If you have any questions about filling out your application form, please contact our office. You can send us an email at lprt.recovery@gov.ab.ca or phone our main reception line at 780-427-2444.